Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope everybody is doing well. Got a story that I want to share with you. It's breaking. Biden to sign executive order boosting digital identity protection. Notice they say it's going to protect us, but they haven't been able to protect us all this time. Why do they think that they are going to be able to protect us now? So I'm gonna just say my 2 cents. I have never had my identity stolen as much as I have had it stolen since they have made us turn over our digital information and have it stored in databases for any place that we have to turn in our information, whether it's online, when we're shopping, if we go into a store, hospitals, doctors' offices, insurance companies. It just don't matter. It don't matter. Even state governments have been hacked. So how they're going to prevent hacking in the future, I don't know. But they're not going to convince me they're going to be able to do it after all this time. Um, the only 2 times I ever had my identity stolen and it was never used was my fault. Once I went to the club when I was in my 20s. I left my car door open. I left my purse in the back seat. Somebody stole my whole pocketbook. The second time, I let a crackhead, a known crackhead, use my car. Didn't remember I had left my purse in my car with the door locked this time. But I let the person use my car, got my car back, but didn't get my pocketbook back. And of course, the crackhead didn't know nothing. Those lessons were valuable lessons. I had to go back and replace all my documents both times. But after that, and again, those 2 incidents happened when I was in my 20s. I never had anything happen like that again, except when I moved to Florida and people had those skimming machines so you could swipe your debit card in Jacksonville and somebody using your card at Walmart or somewhere in Miami a couple hours later, and you ain't been to Miami. It could be in a county you never went to. So they have some amazing identity theft materials in Florida, which is I think is the identity capital of America. But that's neither here nor there. All this digital stuff is not going to protect nobody. I was safer when I'm safe when I have my little plastic driver's license and plastic card in my pocketbook, and I don't have nothing to worry about. Auntie is fine with her plastic documents. But y'all know in other countries, the digital identification systems are already live. In places in Africa, even babies are having to get digital identities, um, digital wallets, in order for parents to get benefits. So they're getting ready to roll that out here, and I just want to share with you what Papa is doing in his last hours of his presidency. So President Biden will sign an executive order on Thursday intended to boost the privacy of Americans amid continued attacks against the U.S. Adversary countries and criminals have increasingly targeted the U.S. government, corporations, and individual Americans with cyber attacks that disrupt critical services, businesses, and individual lives, costing billions of dollars as well as damages. A senior administration official told reporters on Wednesday, on a call Wednesday, previewing the order. The executive order lays out a series of initiatives to help the federal government defend against cyber attacks that threaten the privacy of Americans' digital identities. The National Security Council acknowledged on Wednesday the U.S. stands alone among major economies when it comes to the country's digital identity infrastructure. I don't believe that because we already know China is busting over there, honey. They got digital everything, all digital everything. And so do these other countries. Like they are far advanced, far more advanced than we are. They have digital wallets, digital IDs, digital passports. They have things that we don't have. They already have infrastructure set up. So they're just telling lies. Americans encounter about 56 billion in fraud each year, the NSC said. Part of the executive order will lower the bar for sanctions imposed by the U.S. government to punish cyber attacks. Excuse me, my heat just came on. The goal is to make it costlier and harder for China, Russia, Iran, and ransomware criminals to hack, and to also signal that America means business when it comes to protecting our nation from our economy and employment to infrastructure and innovation, the administration official said. Adding later, it means more tools to publish them, to publicly name, sanction, and penalize these individuals, whether they're working independently or for a foreign government. So notice now they didn't say nothing else about us at the end, where it talked about everybody that was going to be helped or who's going to benefit from this. So you can see it's from, it's for the economy, for employment, for infrastructure and innovation. But don't say nothing about peoples and safe. Nothing, nothing, nothing. The order will also speed up the rollout of private sector technology to increase government efficiency and reduce fraud. It promotes the use of privacy preserving digital identity documents like mobile driver's licenses and the launch of an early warning fraud pilot that will notify Americans of potential fraud incidents involving their public benefits and payments, the NSC said. So notice they're tying it to public benefits and payments, which lets you know people who receive pensions, people who are poor and receive public services like Section 8, SNAP, TANF, those types of benefits. Those are the people who are going to be receiving or participating in the pilot first. It says it also establishes new requirements for software providers for the U.S. government. It comes just weeks after the Treasury Department informed lawmakers Chinese state-sponsored actors hacked into the agency early last month and stole a key from a third-party software service provider. Building upon Biden's first cyber executive order, in which federal agencies were required to implement new practices to protect themselves from cyber attacks. Thursday's order will further this goal by advancing the use of modern technologies that are resistant to phishing in the federal government. Bite me, I bet you ain't gonna stop nothing. If it stops, you know what that means? That means all the people that they naming in this article that they trying to protect us from been helping hack. That's all that means. It just means nothing. So anyway, um, it's crazy that they are coming out with this now, but it's an executive order. I don't know. Colt 45 is going to let it stand when he gets into office, but I wanted to let y'all know this is coming down the pipe. It's national, so it's an executive order, so there's going to be a national thing that's going to be rolled out. So that means if it's national, states are going to follow. So we need to be figuring out what we're going to do, because eventually this is going to be tied to what? Worship. Mark of the beast. Um, they're going to attempt to bring us to our knees. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think too many people are going to push back. Most people don't even know this is coming down the pipe. And by the time they get it in place and start rolling it out, just like everything else digital, people will volunteer and sign up for it because it's convenient. And then the next thing you know, you're in a digital concentration camp. Your stuff cut off. If in like in I think it was I don't know if it was Saudi Arabia and someplace else. Um, if people didn't get that, if they didn't have a digital wallet and a digital ID and tied to the bank account in the phone, they couldn't withdraw money. They couldn't use their banking services, and like millions of people wouldn't do it. And so people waited until the deadline to or after the deadline, because once they said, okay, this is the deadline, if you don't do it by this date, you won't be able to get money. Well, they cut people, they blocked people from using their bank accounts, and so people had to sign up in order to access their money. That's the type of stuff that they're going to do. So I'm just trying to prepare you for what's coming. um, if you're going to be using banking system or any type of system, receiving any type of um, government resources, including pensions, whether it's state or federal, you're going to have to be in this system. You're going to be one of the first ones that are going to be required to use it. So these are things that you have to think about. Right now, it's not tied to worship, but we know it's coming. So, again, I just wanted to share this story with y'all. I thought it was really important. And the fact that it came out, I didn't see it until tonight. This story was written at 5:30 this morning. It came out today, but it didn't show up in my feed until tonight. So, again, a lot of things are happening all over the country. They want you to look here, look there, but we really need to pay attention to what is happening these last final days of this presidency. Um, it's just a lot of stuff happening. Y'all know the weekend is coming, a whole lot of stuff happening. Stuff always happens over the weekend. And this big snowstorm is coming our way. Probably Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Um, just a lot of things are happening. So pay attention. Pay attention. Don't let anything slide. Make sure you check the office of the White House's press releases. Um, Make sure you keep an eye on executive orders, last minute bills. Don't let anything pass, because this is a very critical time. This country is getting ready to go do a huge transition. People are on edge. A lot of people see the writing is on the wall. Um, y'all know Children of the Corn. They crying all over the internet about how they can't survive. They poor. They mad. And they ready to tear the club up. So we need to be on high alert. Um, and if you're not prepared to stay in, hunker down, for, whatever, infrastructure disruptions, fuel disruptions, food disruptions, um, martial law where you can't move, you got to stay home. You need to be prepared to hunker down in your house. You need to be prepared for your kids to stay home from school. You need to have plans in place. This is a very critical time, and even if nothing happens next week, just some of the language. I don't know if you saw the the end of the press conference from the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan. Um, he was saying something about this, that was probably going to be his last time coming to the podium, but he might have to come back. Like, you have to look at the end of the press conference, because he was basically almost telling you like something's going to happen and he going to have to come back. It's going to be an emergency and yada yada yada. So I would not be surprised if some stuff pop off between now and Monday and we don't have no inauguration. That's that's what I'm picking up in my spirit. So I don't know. I don't know nothing. I'm just a tinfoil hat wearer. But I'm just telling y'all, get ready and make sure you have plans for 2025. Um, a lot of these things are going to be rolled out. They're planning on using a lot of AI. This article talked about the use of AI in a lot of these new initiatives that are going to be coming out. And just based on what it was saying, it's like, okay, so dude, we just got to be dealing with the devil now. So AI, AGI, whatever you want to call it, it was rolled out in mass earlier this year. Like it just came out so fast. We went to bed one night, woke up, it's in everything. It's on your phone, it's on your computer, it's on all your software, it's on everything. I don't even want it, and it's there. You can't undo it, you can't not use it. Well, you can not use it, but still, you can't uninstall it. It's just there. I hate that. So, we're venturing into some very dangerous territory. So be mindful of everything. What you see, be mindful of what you say, be mindful of talking to this program. I don't even fool with it. I just don't. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Um, I recommend y'all just stay away from it. This is a time to be set apart. Set yourself apart from Babylon, because Babylon is doing some stuff. All right, y'all. This is Marley K. Like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. Please let people know what's coming as far as these digital IDs, these digital wallets. Again, it's happening all over the country, all over the planet, and they're getting ready to roll it out here. They already know people gonna cut up, so y'all should anticipate what happens when people do that. Stay out of white on white crime. Stay out of it. This is not our place. This is not our fight. We are trying to make it out of here, and we need to do everything we can to be invisible as possible. Think about what you're going to do in order to make it out, to navigate these times, and that's pretty much all we can do. And pray to the Most High that we endure to the end, that He makes a way for His children. All right. Keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High, keep repenting daily for sins of commission and sins of omission. Fear not. The Most High got us, but we just got to make it through. So get in your word and stay in it. This is no time to faint. All right, y'all. This is Marley K. Love y'all, and I'm out.